Cool. So now we come on to any open questions. If you have any general questions that you want answered, I think you've got Pico here, so anything you want answered on Pico. But if you want anything answered on the Tau and Alpha as well, I suppose you could put them.
Talk about it.
You can talk about it, but we don't have them loaded up, so that might be for another seminar. But if you do have any questions, now's the time. Whilst those are coming in, should probably just mention next week's tutorial or seminar, which is I think going to be Bel Canto Basics. So that's going to be quite an interesting one for that one. So if you have any questions on that, do email customer services at eigenlabs.com or post on our Facebook page. Facebook is Eigenharp, so just search Eigenharp if you're not already on there. Become our friend, please, and the same with Twitter at Eigenharp. There's also these videos will be going onto YouTube and also onto our wiki, so you'll be able to watch them back. So if you didn't quite catch anything, you can always rewatch us. And we should also say that we have our Skype one-to-one tuitions. So they are with our three kind of musicians, Dave here, Sam and Gert. Prices start from £22 for a half an hour up to £39 for an hour. That's kind of with a basic lesson. I think that's with Sam. So you can also book those. Just drop me an email at, again, customer services at eigenlabs.com. So I think that's probably all the things we need to cover. Steve Vilbos, do drop us the email on those questions for you have next week. But Northumber, currently there is only one controller for key your roll pressure. Are there plans to add controllers for the first, second, sixth key pressed that would be allowed to control various instances of plugins inside a subhost and have per key roll?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, okay. It does make sense.
I mean for automation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So I think to explain this fully, it might be worth doing a different day because it's quite a lot of setup. But yeah, there's actually ways of doing this already. You can at the moment the audio unit plugins by default they're assigned to MIDI channel 1. So whenever you play a note on the Picos, it sends out on MIDI channel 1 by default. We do have this mode called polyphonic mode for the audio units and also for the MIDI outputs. And how this works is every key you press, so you hold down the first key and that will always be MIDI channel 1. And then as soon as you hold down two keys at once, the first one will be sent out on MIDI channel 1, the second one will be assigned to MIDI channel 2 and so on. So if you hold down 3, the third one will be assigned to MIDI channel 3. So using this, we can actually kind of get a more polyphonic thing going on. So because it's all sent out on its own channel, we have an independent pitch bend for each key. There's other ways of doing it as well. Using a bit of plumbing, you can separate every key. So you could along the top of this configure window, you could have number 7 can be key 1, roll number 8, key 1, your number 9, and it could go on and on and on. Again, this is something for another lesson, but I really think actually the kind of polyphonic mode, using audio units in polyphonic mode, is a really good idea for something to cover soon.
Okay, we'll certainly note that down. Maybe that can be
an email or something.
Yeah, we can maybe put that in after next week's lesson. So yeah, cool.
Actually, I'll send him an email. Yeah.
Okay. Northern Umber, if you want to drop us an email at support at Eigenlabs, I'll forward it on to Dave, and he'll get back to you.
It would involve a little bit of Bel Canto. That's all, and that's next week, isn't it?
Are the controller mappings saved per VST AU software packages, e.g. Alchemy or Core, or just for one AU and AU2 in EigenD?
The routings. No, the routings are stored per per audio unit 1, yeah, exactly. So audio unit 1, the routings will stay like that, even if you load a different plugin in an audio unit 2. They don't get stored with the plugin or with the patch or anything like that.
Okay.
Cool.
Just wait for a couple of seconds for the delay to come through, just to see if there's any more questions. But yeah, so for Blackcanto Basics next week, do drop us an email with any pre-questions, so Dave can have especially for that one, I think Dave can have a bit of time to prepare for that. Yeah, so we will see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. London time again. Oh, there's been another question. Sorry, is it possible to get rid of an audio unit?
To get rid of it?
Yeah.
Can we clarify? Get rid of, as in close it, so remove an audio unit plugin.
Just wait for the delay to come through.
Well, I'll explain it anyway. So I think what you might mean is if you've loaded in a plugin into
unload it from RAM.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, this is a bit of bel canto. I don't know who this is. Maybe I can.
This is Northumbria again.
Okay. Well, assuming you know how to use the Eigen commander, there's a simple command that you say. So if it was audio unit 2 that you want to unload, you'd say audio unit 2 hey. Maybe you could type that in the thing. It's just audio unit 2 hey. In fact, I can
just do it.
Do it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go to the commander. Tools, run Eigen commander. Okay, so here's my Eigen commander. I'm going to type in the bottom left hand pane, so hopefully you should be able to see that. Audio unit 2 hey. Press enter. Okay, so this is telling Eigen that all we're talking. I'll explain this more next week, but down here it should say audio unit 2 hey. Okay, that shows us that it's worked. Okay, so the next line we write over here again is just close. So close, hit enter, and you can see where I did have CS80 is now gone. So that will just unload it from your setup. Hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I tried that. If I save the setup and reload it, then the audio unit is there again.
Well, that doesn't sound right.
That's a bug.
That sounds a bug, yeah.
Okay, so probably best to log a bug report for that
yeah,
one.
That sounds very strange.
That's probably the best thing to do there.
Sorry about that.
And then the guys can have a good look at that. Yeah, if you drop Dave, or if you drop an email to support Eigenlabs, I'll forward it on to Dave anyway for your other question. Yeah, so you can log the bug by going to the file menu, and I'm sure Dave can quickly just show you that. I'm sure everyone knows how to do this by now.
Where is it? Report bug, file, report bug.
Okay, it hasn't quite come up, but it's down in that menu there. Cool. Okay, so I think that's everything for tonight. So there doesn't seem to be any more questions. So we'll see you all next week. Okay, have a good evening and a good weekend.
Thank you. Bye.
Cool. Bye.